Hey guys, Matt with CJ Off-Road here. Today we're out back of our 2020 Jeep Gladiator and we're going to be going over the Easter eggs that we found all over this Jeep while we were building it and some that we've noticed just recently. Now what an Easter egg is a little nod that Jeep incorporates from the factory into something bigger than what the Jeep is. Now there's a couple on here that are really interesting and we found a few of them. If you know any other ones, drop them in the comments below. But today I figured it was a good opportunity to walk around and show you some of those Easter eggs so you can go out and check them out on your Gladiator, and some of these are even found on the Jeep Wrangler as well. So let's get started. Now the first one is going to be right in the back, and that's going to be the 419 in the heart there. Now that's actually the area code of 419 is Toledo, Ohio. And that's a nod to all the warehouse workers and everyone that had a part in assembling and creating these great vehicles, from the Jeeps all the way to the Gladiators to what we're seeing now. So it's really cool to see that back there, that they're giving a nod to those that are actually producing the Jeep. And it's cool that it's in the plastic. Now you can find this in just about every Jeep model, and it's going to be on all the Gladiator models. Now one of the next Easter egg is going to be a set of these dirt bike treads on the front of the bed here. Now this is a nod to those that designed the Jeep, and apparently one of them is a huge dirt bike enthusiast and really enjoys that. So if you are loading up 2 dirt bikes, all you got to do is aim towards the tread there, and there are going to be 2, one on each side. So I think that's really cool too. The Jeep Gladiator is really the outdoor lifestyle, and if you do have dirt bikes, just look for those and line it on up in. So next one is going to be on your factory wheels, and you're going to notice a small Jeep Willys emblem, and that's going back to the 1941 Willys that actually began the entire Jeep concept. We do have aftermarket KMC wheels on here, so you can't find it on these wheels, but we will show you a clip here of what they do look like. Now Jeep even left us an Easter egg here on the door hinge, and that's going to say T50, and that's going to be for the Torx bolt that holds on the door hinges and actually locks them on. So you're ever wondering what size that is to put it on there, it's going to be a T50. I think that's really cool that they included that. It's on a couple other locations too, where it actually gives you the size that you need to remove it. I think that's neat for someone that's going to be first time pulling these off. You can just look there, know what tool you need, pop it open. So one thing we've always noticed on the JL and the Gladiator are going to be the sandals on the front cowl piece. Now it wasn't until recently where I actually watched Exodus Jeeps and Bubba do his description of it, where he said that these are from Rick Payway, who's a magazine editor-in-chief and longtime four-wheel drive activist, and just pretty much a great guy in the off-road community. And he's actually had some help in designing a ton of these Jeep Wranglers and even the Gladiator, so they gave him a nod on each and every one of these vehicles because he's always wearing sandals out on the trail. I thought that was really cool, and honestly, up until now, I didn't know the backstory behind the sandals. I thought it was just because, you know, Jeeps are out in the sun and out and trying to adventure, but it's really neat that they gave kind of a tribute to him on each new vehicle. Now the next Willys Jeep is going to be right found on the front windshield of all JLs and Gladiators. You can see it on the passenger side right in the corner. It's like it's climbing up the windshield, which I think is really neat, and it also gives homage back to that 1941 Jeep. This is going to be the exact same one that you can find on the shifter of an automatic JL Wrangler, as well as the ones on the wheels that we just talked about before. So pretty cool, once again, a little 1941 Willys there. Now the next one also that is not shown on our Jeep, but is going to be found on any Jeep Wrangler JL or Gladiator that has the halogen headlights, is going to be the Jeep grille in the center section of the reflector. Now we've got the Oracle Oculus bi-LEDs in here, and these are a great upgrade if you have those halogen lights, but those will have an Easter egg here, so we'll show you a short clip of what those look like as well. Moving on to the interior, if you have the technology group, you'll notice when you put this into the run position, you'll see a small Jeep Willys go across the bottom of the screen, as well as the Willys transform into the front end of the Gladiator, which I think is really awesome there. You can also see right here on the steering wheel, you do have these 3 indentations, and these are going to be for the original spokes of the Willys steering wheel. If you look back, that's exactly where they're located, and these would go out, and that would be what connects the center of the steering wheel to the outside where you grab onto. I think it's really neat that they incorporated that into the center. It's also a really cool Easter egg that Jeep put in. So the last one is going to be right here on the automatic shift selector. That's going to be of the Gladiator. Now if you do have a Wrangler with an automatic, you're going to have a small Willys logo right there, which I think is really neat and looks classy. I almost wish on there, just like a lot of other people do, that they would have put the original Gladiator outline. I think that would have looked pretty cool. But overall, this is neat, and that's going to be the last one for the Easter eggs that we've been able to find. Now, as far as this Jeep goes, we do have a ton of plans for it. We're in the middle of building this thing into an overland rig, as you notice a ton of the parts on here. And if you have any questions about any of the parts we've installed on this, definitely go onto our YouTube page and you can see how we installed every single thing onto this Jeep. Also, if you're interested in any of the products we talked about today or anything for your Jeep, truck, Mustang, any parts that you need, be sure to drop by cjponyparts.com.